Hey everyone, Teehashee here, and we're back hanging out on Weldry. We're here with our Lance. We've got Behemoth out of action. We're going to take Medusa in with us, and we're going to try and hit 200 on the MRB by knocking out some missions. We're going to be going with these easier missions with the goal of wiping them out and hoping we hit that 200 mark so that we can pull one or both of those pilots that are waiting for us into the company. 3 of 12, that's probably what we're going to go with. Fighting pirates. I'm going to go ahead and put the Shadowhawk in. It's another scout mech, so we'll just put Medusa in that. I don't know how much use Breaching Shot is going to be, though the Vindicator does occasionally fire. Just its SRM rack. But yeah, we're probably going to be jumping all over kids, punching mechs in the face. Not an absolutely ideal lance or mech composition, but it's not that big a deal. Hopefully these missions stay pretty easy. We roll over the top of them and everything goes perfect and no one is ever sad ever. Okay, let's do it. No eyes on them. Probably vehicles. But we'll see. Still slightly out of range. Maybe we can get further sprinting. Let's try that. Nope. Yep. Nope. All right. It's almost exactly the same. I'll just go ahead and brake right, get up high, then glitch is gonna be running in to hit stuff. Her piloting is still very low. I was aware of this when we started the mission, but the reasoning that I gave is still valid, that we do have the SRM, we're going to be doing jumps, and Breaching Shot can still play a role in the mission, so we're going to act like those are all good excuses to put a bad pilot in a frontline mech. It's pretty much the jump that we're looking for. These pirates seem to be pretty poorly equipped. Doesn't look like there's much we can do to give us any better line of sight. So we'll just keep dunking on this guy. That's got to be a Manticore if it's firing a PPC at us like that. And she's not in range of anyone. We'll just sprint again. We'll position ourselves to hopefully take this vehicle out. That's pretty much as the worst thing ever that you could expect for killing a vehicle. Almost equal damage on either side of it, and it did not go down. But not the end of the world. We're going to keep pressing the attack with our Shadow Hawks and getting them up there to step on stuff. Here they come. Alright, there's our melee attack like we are looking for. We're going to save that until later though. And we're like, it's going to kill that thing. So we're going to keep Medusa doing his thing. There's this Manticore. And that's a Demolisher. No, they're real vehicles out here. It's got 2 LBX-10s. The LBXs were not in this game the last time I played it, I'm fairly sure. So I could be wrong about that. I have all the expansions and have played them all through, but I've never fought this thing before. And it's, you know, pretty scary. Not as scary as 2 AC-20s, probably, but I still could be wrong about that. It's a meaty boy. 80 tons of tank, I think. Here they come. Ugh. It seemed to be a terribly good shot. Let's see, we can get down there in laser range. Haven't shot at the Kentaro yet. What were you shooting at, Decker? Here comes the Manticore. There we go. It's usually an LRM-10, but it might be an SRM-6 on it for right now. Alright, those scarier vehicles have done their trick. It's the end of you. Let's just walk up here normally. It's a little annoying because we're kind of developing a bad habit of shooting opposite sides of the tank. So we're gonna shoot at the Manticore instead. Yeah, it does have, oh, it has both an SRM-6 and an LRM-10. Yeah, pretty fancy. Pretty sure the Manticore is 60 tons though. Another respectable weight profile. Enemy reinforcements. For mechs. Priority will be to wipe these things out before it becomes a problem. Let's walk around like this. It's not far enough. There we go. Oh, and I wanted to look at this manticore for a second. So it's front and center where we've hit it. We're just going to stomp on it, so I wanted to have a good idea of where exactly that makes sense to do that from. Here come mechs. Must be probably a light mech, judging from how quickly it's moving. Step on his nose. Boom. Time to do a jump. Hippity hoppity. Get off my property. Pretty close to kill shot. There we go. Alright, they've lost their line of sight. So let's just wait for them to move. Here he comes. Just wait till the end. We've got nothing to lose. Bulldog. That's a light mech jumping in with an LRM-10. It might be a Locust M. We're gonna kill this Bulldog since he's scouting for him right now. That'll force them to come up and engage us on our terms. Usually how light mechs are forced to fight anyway, but we're not. We don't have that intel. Yeah, see, that's a Hunchback 4G. Ooh, wow, nice shooting techs. Yeah. He's pristine as well. I really wonder the skill of that pilot to have made that maneuver, or it was just a lucky shot. I don't really know. But we need to move him anyway, so we're going to get this rock between him and the other mech. We're going to turn him around. We'll just take our shot instead of doing sensor lock. He's standing out in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't look like they're planning any major plays. Alright, as much as we can. We want to make the Hunchback walk to us. We're also maxed out on on precision. I get the impression that it's a decent pilot. That's what it looks like to me. Let's just keep our evasion up. Saving our Alpha Strike for a rainy day. Alright, what do we got? Javelin? with SRMs. You know, this is a pretty decent lance for two sum. I really don't want Glitch to get hit by that AC 20, but what can you do? Definitely not the mech I was expecting to fight here. But those are just excuses for right now. Got the angle on him. We're just going to keep the damage up. There we go. Might push that instability up. But like, look at him. He's got to be high in piloting to not even be flinched, not even be bothered by something like that. She hasn't been shot yet, I guess. That's an excuse to make this maneuver. Just keep cycling those lasers on and off. Committing to a melee attack, that's weird. Oh, I guess I can see why. Probably better accuracy and damage than the AC-20. Here come the SRMs. But we should be in position to make our play. Let's see. It's asking for a precision shot. Are we maxed? I guess we are maxed. Just try and knock out the big gun. Oh, whoops, I didn't turn the rest of my guns on. What a waste. Not the end of the world, though. Okay. And give the Hunchback the LRM-10. We're gambling on the knockdown, but we'll probably get it. LRM-15, see, that's got to be a mistake, because that thing does not carry an LRM-15 on it. Plus, an LRM-15 on a light mech, like it's like it's two SRM-6s, as far as I know. I guess we're gonna find out. I'll actually check his loadout. It says loadout is one LRM-15. don't know. 60 damage. I guess if we all hit the center torso. We could take him out now. I mean, we have to repair no matter what, so I think what we'll do is we'll try and take out this LRM-15 question mark. Alright, he's probably going to swing at someone. Here he comes. Duh. So did that. Okay. I'm gonna go smash you before you smash someone else. These guys definitely did better than I thought they would. That was pure luck. That actually could have been quite bad. Alright. We're gonna do this, but we'll actually have our guns turned on this time. Promise. That's all center torso. You're dead. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it does say it has LRMs. The one in MechWarrior 5 mounts 2 SRM-6s, and it's a much bigger threat than one LRM-15 in a torso. That's ridiculous. Chunk of Hunchback. We might be able to field it. Did we get one of the autocannon 10s? No. We'll throw one of the racks of ammo on there, just in case. We got 2 of them. Okay. He's not wrong about that. Do some quick housekeeping. Okay, so we got power conduits and structure. We can get our second mech bay, which we probably should, and then we'll do repair and refit. It's expensive, isn't it? Yeah, about $1 mil. This sounds like the sort of nonsense that Behemoth would be into. Stratford Narwhal. And you take it with your coffee. Sounds very medical. Fun thing about medicine, folks, is that it's not fun. There's nothing about medicine that's fun. So if you find yourself getting better for some reason, or you think you're getting better but it's also fun, it's probably not medicine. And you're fooling yourself. Unapproved treatment. This guy sounds like a prude, doesn't he? She wants to go lead PT. That's not a bad suggestion. So let's analyze this remedy and see if there's something to it. It's a drug. Yeah, something like that could be like horribly addictive as well. No lasting consequences. It's kind of a boring outcome, but I think we played it right, played it well enough. It's only a couple days, and now she's all better. So I think we're good to fight the good fight again. This goes up to 4. We'll probably spring for it. I think this is a bigger fight that we're going into. We'll put her back in the Centurion. She seems to do better there. We should probably switch these guys around. Yeah, like that. That way Medusa can fall back more on melee attacks and doesn't have to be quite as good. He also has range if he needs to fall out of combat. Give him the option. Oh, Behemoth was better anyway. Well, that was... oh well. Medusa needs the training. Loading screen hopes and dreams. Right now, the United States is pulling out of Afghanistan, and we've been there for a long time. Back when I was about half as old as I am now, there were fears of a draft and a Vietnam-style conflict. And while we didn't get the draft, we did definitely get a Vietnam-style conflict. Yet another country that we're pulling out without any sort of lasting victories to our name, and a lot of negative consequences and human loss. That's just my take, though. You don't have to feel that way about it, obviously. As far as hopes and dreams, though, I definitely hope for healing of our people, and just even more so than that, an opportunity for our soldiers to come home, and an opportunity for Afghanistan to heal as well. And ideally, ideally, Afghanistan will improve, and if that means improving without us, that's just how it is sometimes. The United States doesn't have to be even partially responsible for every little thing that happens on the planet, because most of the time the stuff we're responsible for is a lot shadier than I would like. It's like Agamemnon is not a fan of us, but with a name like Agamemnon, uh, we can deal. We can deal. Alright, get our boys in. I think we only have 4 jump jets. We'll try and keep the Aranos alive as much as we can. They came in with a competent lance, though, so I can't remember what Griffin that is. If I could get a... No, it's the one that's not crappy. Alright. We'll go ahead and... let these guys make their move. I guess the Aranos can wipe off evasion. Maybe if I'd jumped up there to given them and had given them line of sight, but whatever. I'm not here to babysit those guys. Except that I kind of am. That seems like a safe place to start. And it's also a locust. Okay. Probably gonna do the SRM. Is that guy facing away from us? Okay. I don't know what to tell you, man. What are you guys doing down here? Why aren't you in the trees? Why aren't you in, like, a formation? Now you're gonna die. That guy was the tactician, it said. Ugh. Disgusted. I mean, we might as well just ignore the locust altogether. Stupid javelin, and it's 1 LRM-15. What? Whose idea was that? Who greenlit that project? Okay, so they're taking shots at us, which is fine for now. If we start taking damage, we'll let the Aranos have a turn. It looks like just a... I mean, things aren't out of hand yet. There's like a lot of headbutting going on here. And obviously it's a military operation and you want as much coordination as possible, but you know. But like he's gonna be right in front of the Iranos. So Spider barely moved. Oh, he got a lot of evasion for it though. And he didn't attack. It's a cicada, but it's the poo one. Pew! Alright, is it my turn yet? Yay! My turn. I mean, we barely took damage from that, but we're gonna keep playing it smart. Probably better to shoot at that guy. What is this terrain that he's sitting in? I thought that that was like the radiation field. Maybe it makes him a little bit harder to hit. We didn't really hit anything, but that's our commander for us. Mostly we just wanted to move that turn. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Oh, nice shot. God, to be legged by an autocannon too. Pretty safe bet that that Locust is gonna be out of the fight this turn. Two PPCs and an autocannon 5. Is that a Marauder? How, that can't be. No way that they would throw something like it. It can't be. Anyway. We need to... Modus is the one that needs to move the least. Let's pull the Centurion up here and finish off this Locust. There we go. Let's just reserve one more turn. I guess we'll keep shooting at the Javelin. The question is if by shooting I actually mean shooting. I guess we'll take a shot at it, mostly because it's the end of the turn, And sensor locking like that is something that you want to do at the beginning of the turn, because it's not going to carry over until next turn. Especially because we're shooting at light mechs. So maybe we can pull up here to get in medium laser range. We can. We're not going to, though, because it would be really difficult to disengage the Kintaro if they all decided to turn on him. And we're not here to be the hero. We're here to do a gerb. Ooh, it's going to use his Locust properly. That's kind of neat. Point blank with an LRM-15, because that's a thing that these pirates do. This guy's, it is a Marauder. Wow, that's wild. How bizarre. He's pristine. I mean, we saw... Was it here where we saw the Marauder pieces? I don't think so. I think that was on that independent planet. Cicada, we're pretty much gonna ignore him. Attempting to shoot at him, but we're gonna sensor lock instead and let the Kintaro have a shot at him. I think for right now we'll start playing, from this point on, we'll start playing around that Marauder. The Marauder is not in a good, like, it's not the right kind of mech to fight multiple mechs. Not that there really is such a mech, right? But you want medium lasers if you're going to fight multiple mechs, or something that cycles faster than... It also has few guns, so definitely not the mech that I would want to be bringing into this. Since that evasion got all knocked off of there, I might... use the Centurion instead. And just let her take her own shot. Here comes the Griffin. Hopefully that's a kill shot. It wasn't. It might not matter though. Haven't shot the Shadowhawk hardly at all. What I'd like to be is I'd like to be down on the ground so I could bring our melee attacks to bear. Actually, that's ideal for what we're trying to do. So still pretty crazy on a 1.5 skull mission. We're fighting a pristine marauder. I mean, I get it. We have an entire lance doing maneuvers with us, but it's still, I still consider it bizarre. I guess it's more like real combat where you don't know what you're going to run into. But I'm still like rocking video game logic where it's like, you really want me to start collecting on a marauder here? Actually, let's cancel out of this and actually look at who we're going to shoot. It's going to be this javelin, which is fine with me because that's a really dumb mech. Got some free damage on him. Also a bunch of light mechs. Ooh, screen shake. Here he comes. Here he comes. Boom. You know, that the deal where the one heavy mech is leading just a swarm of light mechs is strange. This is just strange. How did this happen? They lost their scout mech. That's what happens. He's about maxed out on heat. Oh, it's like, why is there no fire button? All my guns are turned off somehow. Basically didn't hit it all where I wanted to, but that's to be expected. Let's see what these guys are doing. Toasting the javelin, fine by me. I mean, those guys can fight the light mechs. That's what I want. We're gonna have our hands full with this big boy. Are these all called Agamemnon? No. Agamemnon proper is in the Vulcan. Not going to be moving much. What if... What if that... Okay. We're gonna let Medusa make his play last. He's also taking the biggest risk. I was hoping he could get further around him, but it doesn't look like it. I think we might go for the melee attack now, actually. Wiped out a heatsink. That's good news. Phoenix Hawk. Alpha Strike. Probably not enough to knock it over this turn unless we're really lucky. And he'll be able to wipe some of that off because he still has yet to move. Hit him in the leg though, which is great. That's what we like to see. Turn our medium lasers off. Autocannon 5 crit. Alright. What's he gonna do? Shoot at the Phoenix Hawk. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I think he shot without moving. He did. He's so dead. Big flanks. No, just walking right up to a griffin. Okay. Second burst, same as the first. Yeah. All right. I think we'll go for... What we want is to knock him down without destroying the leg. There goes the AC5. There goes the javelin. Cicada, big brain plays. Going for knockdown, maybe? There we go. Now we gotta wait for him to stand his ass back up. Did he miss? Alright, he's back up. Missed the Kentaro. Alright, we're going to continue this flank. We don't have very good line of sight. Can we jump to improve that? That actually works. We'll do that. Still trying to kill a pilot more than anything. Looks like the thing to do is let the SRM do the talking. I guess for right now, we've got enemy mechs to shoot at, so we'll shoot at them. Our allies will probably kill the Marauder this turn, but we'll see. Light mechs, doing light mech things. Oh, he's flanking me. Oh no! I'm beating up your boss right now. Give me a break. Here comes the other one. Shooting at Agamemnon. I'm confident that if we don't do something right now, they're just going to core him out. There also may be absolutely nothing we can do about that. It could just be a fact of life. What we want to do is hit this. Stomping on him. That had to have all been center torso. How could it not be? This is what I'd be doing if I was them too. If they're all shooting at the Marauder, I would just get on someone's flank and hold the buttons down until they turned around. But we have this thing called discipline, and I ain't turning around. Where's Medusa? Somewhere there's a dot that's perfect. Maybe? There we is. At least it's a pretty beefy mech. Alright, I'm counting on you. Still don't know what's gonna happen. It's basically the same amount of damage. Boo. To their credit, they also called their shot on the left torso. It just didn't matter. Alright, we've got a lot of mechs. I think we're just gonna hit someone in the face, or... I mean, the cool thing about Kentaros is that they're not slow, so I can actually make that play. That was a lot of shots on that leg, but it didn't break. Big man doesn't like me running out of that fight. Pew 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 pew. Alright, where's Medusa? Because someone's getting punched. And the winner is you. Melee attack from the cicada. I mean, you get forced to do desperate things in cicadas. I understand. I understand. Okay. I think something's blocking my line of sight. It's Agamemnon. I would ask him politely to move, but I bet he would tell me to go fly a kite. Because somebody thinks hiring mercenaries is for sissy girls. I think I still have a precision strike. I got a lot. I'm just gonna say bye-bye, sir. Boom. Hutcha. What do we got left? Got one spider, and then this cicada that's getting dunked on right now. Wolverine is doing great on heat, so... Boy, it's still going to lose heat, even with an Alpha Strike. I mean, it's because of the map more than anything, but still. This is our first mission with it. Our proof of concept is now. Phoenix Hawk. Is he going to stomp on this guy some more? He was really getting into the whole stomp fest on that Marauder. Probably the biggest mech he's ever seen. Let's do that. We're going to use the power of multi-target. We're shooting a... There we go. That's what we like to see. Both legs destroyed. That was on the cicada, lol. I mean, we could salvage it and sell it. We're taking a Marauder chunk no matter what. I'm sure there's only one of them. Spider big brain plays. Hoo-yah! Okay. So we're just gonna wait and we're gonna let the Aregans do their thing. Absolutely dumpstered. Okay, where's the Shadowhawk? So I think we can walk. I guess we'll have to jump, but I'm pretty sure we can jump into this like pristine firing arc. There we go. We'll just shoot for center of mass. Nice shooting. She's mad, but those guys lost their buddy, and we did not. Let's see what came out of this mess. What an absolute pile. There's one chunk of the Marauder. Two chunks of Javelin. We could finish the Locust. Finish the Locust. Finish the Javelin. Is there anything in here? Not really. Got a piece of that spider. It doesn't really matter at this point, though. Let's just grab whatever is heaviest. What did we come out with? Both cicada parts, that's great. Two javelin parts. Finish the locust. Chunk of marauder. We'll check out the market while we do housekeeping and see if this was the planet that had the marauder on it. I'm pretty sure it was not. And like, this is how like RNG games always are though, because like we saw those marauder pieces and they're expensive, and there's like a marauder and an awesome side by side, and it's like, oh, the marauder is almost as expensive as the awesome, right? And so obviously we didn't spring for the marauder parts, and now we kind of wish we did. Alright, so let's send you to storage. After a bit we'll have bays again. 13 days. So let's go to the store. Here's the awesome. Yeah, the marauder was definitely on that previous planet. How are we doing for the MRB? Are we even getting anywhere? 158, we actually are. Is it going to get us to 200? I think we only have 2 contracts left that we can do. We have 3. Seems unlikely. I think our mechs are alright. Yeah, mechs are okay. Go to the barracks. Okay, Behemoth is actually ready for coolant vent. Oh, so is Decker. Probably end up being a lot more aggressive with the Kentaro now that we have that. Glitch. She's still just maxing out her gunnery. More points in gunnery. More points in gunnery. We're going to see both these abilities are kind of niche, but the ability to move after attacking is quite a bit more useful than the additional initiative. But we'll see how that comes into play later. But anywho, thanks for coming along for another handful of missions. Next time we'll have our bay up and going. We still want to hire pilots, but we're waiting, as you guys know. So we'll see what happens next. We're going to finish these contracts, and after that, if we're not there, we'll probably do a campaign mission, and if we are there, then we'll hire those pilots and then do the campaign mission. So next episode, finishing contracts. Episode after that, campaign mission. See you guys next time.